Here we go. How are y'all? It's so good to see you again. Yes, I was missing last week. I hope you saw some of my posts last week. I was on a hashtag Disney cruise. It's so fun. We really had a great time, a great cruise. Before we get started, let's talk about talking about the cruise. Monday night, I want to just spend some time and talk about our cruise. Yeah. So Monday night, if you want to join me, let's get together and let's talk about Dad's Disney cruise. Monday night, 8 Eastern. We'll be right back here. I've got pictures. I've got lots of stuff to talk about. So let's just meet here on Monday night and talk about Dad's Disney cruise. But enough of that. It's Friday. It's time for lunch with Dad. It's time to talk about Walt Disney World. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I kind of feel like I'm out of practice. I don't know. Number one, there's some new software we're trying out today. Actually, the software we use updated stuff, so everything looks different. I'm going to try to say hello to everybody that says hello to me. So, hi, Debbie. Let's see. Hi, Charlotte. I got your question. We'll answer it a little bit. If you have any comments, put them in the comment section down below, and we'll get to them, and we'll talk about your comments. We'll talk about your questions. We're just going to have a nice, relaxing day. First off, though, we got to say thank you to our partners from Celebration Shirts, celebrationshirts.com. Great Disney shirts, great shirts for your business, great shirts for anything you need. Just go over there to celebrationshirts.com, take a look at them. We have our own store at Celebration Shirts where we have our own, what do you call them? Designs. Brain freeze already. We have our own designs over there in our own store at Celebration Shirts. Designs like something about Haunted Mansion and things like that. Pretty cool stuff. So go over there and look at celebrationshirts.com. Check it out. Grab your shirts. Tell Josh hello for me. Josh is my buddy, and they do a great job. Thank you to them for sponsoring Lunch with Dad. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Paul. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Deb. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Let's see what we got. Okay, so let's keep going. I could just play this all day, just talk to you all a day, and I probably should, but we got other stuff to do. Got to look at the plan. Here is the plan. Here is today's plan. Another thing we've got to do today, we got some gifts. Shannon from Destinations to Travel gave us a couple of gifts to give away. Actually, 3 gifts to give away today. Let's see if I can show you. First, we're going to give away this. Oh, come on, show up. All right, there it is. These little, what are we going to call those things? These bath products from H2O. H2O is the stuff that Disney uses in the hotels. So we got some pretty cool bath products for you. There's one set, and then there's another set, and then the last giveaway we've got is a frame, a picture frame. So about every 20 minutes, we're going to give something away. All you got to do is be logged in, make a comment, and you have a chance to win our prizes today. Nope, I don't want that one on. I don't want. Nope, turn them off. Go away, all of you, go away. Oh, this is the problem with new technology. All right, frame is off. All right, now everything's off. There we go. So we're going to give those away about every 20 minutes. Just comment, like, share. Shares are good. Facebook has talked about doing things so it's harder for pages like ours to get in your timeline. One of the ways to get in timelines is for if you share things with others. So unfortunately, I've got to say this right now. The way Facebook is talking, if you want to see Dad's stuff in your timeline, you're going to have to, it is important that you like and share and comment on Dad's, on our posts, because Facebook is out to do away with pages like ours. They just want to take them out of your timelines unless people share them back and forth. So it hasn't happened yet, but Mark Zuckerberg talked about it last week. Okay, I wasn't going to talk about that. Neither here or there. Let's talk about the plan for today. I'm really big on plans and making plans for a Disney vacation. So what is our plan for today? We're going to start out talking about the news of the day. And then we're going to move on to our how-to section. This month we've been talking about the Disney dining plan. And so we're going to talk about how to use the standard plan, the Disney dining plan, whatever you want to call it. We're also going to start something new this week. I want to start reviewing restaurants. I like to eat. If you look at me, if you've seen me, you know I like to eat. And so I'm going to talk about restaurants that I like, that I don't like, and just kind of review the restaurants we go to at Walt Disney World. This week, we're going to kick off with one of the restaurants we tried a week ago yesterday, last Thursday night. We went to Chef Art Smith's Homecomin. And no, I didn't mispronounce that. It's Homecomin with no G. But anyway, so I'm going to review that here in a little bit. And then we're going to have questions. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments because I sure would like to answer your questions. We're going to change things up a little bit. There were 11 questions on the Ask Dad page. And it's kind of gotten to where I want to compress that, and I want to talk more about your questions. So we're only going to do a question of the week from now. We're going to try it for a little while. A question of the week from the Ask Dad page, and then we're going to talk about your questions, your comments. So we're going to spend more time talking about what you want to talk about instead of spending all the time talking about what other people that don't show up on Lunch with Dad want to talk about. That's just fair. So we're going to talk about your questions. All right, so let's see. What's everybody saying? By the way, just put comments down, and I'm going to try to do a better job of looking through comments, saying hello. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Lori. Hey, Pat. Hey, Deb. Hey, Al. Good to see you all today. Lindsay said, miss me last week. Oh, yeah. We did have a lot of fun, Lindsay. It was, I'm sorry, that was Kevin that says that. We did have a lot of fun, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. We really did. We had a great cruise. It couldn't have been much better. We'll talk about that Monday. And then we had a good time. We went to Disney before and after, so kind of a pretty cool deal. Let's see. What else have we got here? Lindsay's already set up her page to show. Cool. The cruise was great, Lori. We'll talk about that on Monday. Can't wait to hear about the cruise. I love the show, Darlene. Hi, Darlene. Thank you. Dina, hi. All right, Natasha, glad you enjoyed your vacation. Me too. It was hard to come back to work. It was hard to come back. It really was. Mrs. Mom's still saying today, readjusting to real life is kind of hard. All right. So here we go. Let's get started. We're starting today with the news like we do every week. So the news of the week. Let me see. We got that's in the way. All right. So the first big news item of the week is Minnie got her own star on the Walk of Fame. How cool was that? I know there was a dot day while we were at Disney World. That was pretty cool. But, now Mickey does not have to say any more. Now Minnie's a star. Mickey doesn't have to still say, you don't have to be a star, because Minnie is a star. It's about time. It's been 75 years. About time she got her own star on the Walk of Fame. All right, so second item, Animal Kingdom is going to get a festival. Disney's gotten so big on these festivals. A couple of years ago, they had the Flower Garden Festival and the Food and Wine Festival. And first they expanded the Food and Wine Festival. Now it's like 80 days for the Food and Wine Festival. Then they expanded the Flower and Garden Festival. I mean, it runs from March to nearly June. And then they added the Festival of the Arts. We just tried out the Festival of the Arts this week, Monday and Tuesday. We went to the Festival of the Arts. And now Animal Kingdom's going to get its own festival. As part of their Earth Day celebration, starting April 22nd, they're going to have what they're calling Party for the Planet. And it's going to be a festival with food booths and merchandise, just kind of like all of the festivals at Epcot. We don't know. They haven't announced how long it's going to last. They haven't announced what all's going to be in it, but they have announced that there is going to be this Party for the Planet festival in Animal Kingdom starting on April 22nd. All right. Also, new restaurant is coming to Japan. It's going to be a steakhouse. Now, not a lot of details are out about this yet, so we don't know exactly, but apparently it's going to go back in the Mitsukoshi store, the big store in Japan. It's going to be kind of back part of that. So I'm thinking this is going to be a very high-end steakhouse, maybe something to rival even Victoria and Albert's. And Disney could use another one of those kind of locations. So, but who knows? We don't know for sure yet, but that's what I think it might be. And do I know Disney or do I know Disney? So we'll see. We'll see what goes on there. All right, last news item. What I got to say for this one is Disney. Here's what I think about this. No, don't. Disney is going to test at Animal Kingdom Lodge being totally cashless. So on February the 12th, don't know how long this test is going to last. On February the 12th, Disney is going to test going cashless at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now, I said I was going to do this. Yes, I'm going to pull me out a $20 bill. I just happen to have a $20 bill right here in my little wallet. And right here it says, I got to get my glasses just right. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Yes, Disney, we can use cash. We don't have to use your little cards. I know that's kind of the way the world is going, but some of us old fogies kind of like to have cash. It was kind of annoying. On the Disney cruise, we went up. If you saw the posts I made, I found a Dole Whip. It wasn't really a Dole Whip, but it kind of tasted like a Dole Whip. I found a Dole Whip on the Disney cruise, and I went up and tried to give them my money for the... Oh, no, we don't take cash. You have to... Okay, so none of the stores on the Disney ship took cash, which was really kind of annoying. I like to pay with cash. That's just me. I'm old-fashioned. I'm an old fogey, but I don't like the idea of going totally cashless. Okay, I understand why you do it, but not... Hey, Disney, you have to pay those credit card. It costs money to do those credit card transactions. You save money with cash. Hey, they did away with Disney dollars. I don't understand it. Anyway, all right. So that's the news of the week. I got a little bit of a news flash for you. Don't tell anybody, but the prices are going up at Walt Disney World. Disney World prices are gonna go up. Yes, they are. And I think that'll probably be sometime in February. That's when it was last year. So if you're going to Disney World this year, 2018, and you haven't booked your trip yet, now is the time. Because I'm serious about price increases. Disney does it every year. I'm almost a little surprised they haven't done it yet. I could see it. Well, I haven't heard about their computers being down yet this weekend. So I don't expect it this weekend, but I do expect in February that the prices will go up for Disney vacations. Rooms, tickets, food, Disney dining plan. I believe all of that stuff's going to get more expensive here in the next few weeks. So get your trips booked now. We have partners that can help you. Destinations to Travel, our travel partners. You go over to the Dad's Guide to WDW/destinations. I'm not even going to. It's all going to be down in the comments below. But go to our Destinations to Travel site, fill out the form, and you'll get a great agent who will help you figure out what's best for you, help you find the best price. And if you book now, you make your reservation, the price goes up in next month, like I think it will, you're locked in at the lower price. There's even a discount if you're going between now and mid-June. There's a discount, 20% off. There will be other discounts that come out later in the year. We expect free dining to come out at the end of April, like it always does every year. There were people last year that booked before the price increase, that when free dining came out, it was cheaper what they had already than free dining. So I'm just telling you, book your trip today. It only is either a $200 deposit or 1 day's worth of your hotel. That's all it takes to hold your reservation. Go over to Destinations to Travel, make your reservations now, and if a price increase or a discount comes out that affects your reservation, Destinations to Travel will do their best to secure that for you. That's what they do. That's part of their service. And it's all free. It doesn't cost anything if you book your trip with them. Their service is free, and they'll walk you through the process from beginning to end. They are really, really good at that. Excuse me just a minute. Nose is running, and I didn't want to wipe it on national TV. All right, so get in touch with Destinations to Travel today. They'll take great care of you. Okay, so let's see if there's any comments that I need to talk about. All right, that's a cruise. We talked about that one. Glad you talked about that one. Glad to see you. Hi, Osa. I'm glad to see you too. I can't really see you, but I'm glad you're here. Priscilla, okay, she's got a question. We'll probably, if I could choose, well, we'll see what that turns out to be. Another question. All right, so hi everybody. All right, let's keep going. Here, let's talk about, next, we're going to talk about how to use, we're doing a series this month about how to use the Disney dining plan. We're talking about restaurants. We're talking about the dining plan. It's kind of in the focus this month, but we're up to how to use the standard Disney dining plan. This is probably the worst name in the whole wide world. You go to get the Disney dining plan. Well, that's what this is called. The standard, the regular, the whatever you want to call it is called the Disney dining plan. So what's the quick service? What's the deluxe? I mean, why don't you have different names for each of the different levels? But that's what Disney calls this one. This one is called the Disney dining plan. So how does the standard Disney dining plan work? Last time we were together, we talked about the quick service plan and how it works. So there's going to be a link down in the comments to the quick service if you're interested in the quick service plan. But anyway, so the standard plan combines the quick service credits with table service credits. You get 1 quick service credit, 1 table service credit, and 2 snacks per person per day. So if you've got, per night. If you have 4 people in your party, you'll have 4 quick service, 4 table service, 8 snacks per night of your stay. So next, we need to talk about what is table service. Table service versus quick service. Quick service is where you go to a counter and order your food, and they give it to you or they bring it to your table. Table service is where you go in and you are escorted to a table. You sit down, a server comes, they take your order and bring you the food. So that's the difference between quick service and table service. It's usually price differentiates them too, because quick service is cheaper. Table service typically is a little more expensive. Okay, a table service credit includes an entree and a drink and a dessert at lunch or dinner, no dessert at breakfast, or a full buffet or family-style meal, including a drink. So if you're, say, at Crystal Palace, you get the buffet and the drink. If you're at, let's see, Liberty Tree Tavern, you get the meal, a dessert, and a drink. If you're at a breakfast place, say, Ohana's Breakfast with Stitch, you get the family service breakfast, because that's kind of what they do. They bring it all out in family service style, and a drink. All right, so that's what you get for table service meals. This year they did add some alcoholic drinks for those over 21 and some specialty drinks, shakes and things like that, milk, for other people. All right. 2 credit meals. Some of the higher end restaurants require 2 credits. Say Cinderella's Royal Table. It's a 2 credit meal. But you just use your 2 credits. You just figure out how you're going to use your credits. You can use credits anytime. You can pay cash anytime. You can, 2 credit meal today, no table service meal tomorrow. No big deal. That's just the way it works. Let's see. All right. So some of the small print. You must be staying in a Disney hotel to get the Disney dining plan. You have to have it for the length of your stay, not just, you can't do it for, 3 nights. I'm there for 6. I only want it for 3. No, it has to be for the length of the stay. Everybody in the room has to be on the Disney dining plan. So if you have a 4-year-old that doesn't eat, that eats like a bird, they're still going to have to pay for the dining plan. If you have a 10-year-old that eats like a bird, they're going to have to pay the adult price for the dining plan. So the dining plan doesn't always work for everybody. Let's see. Kids 3 through 9 are supposed to eat from the kids menu. Now, there are some ways, especially on the quick service, they don't know which credits are quick service and which, are children and which are adults. But at table service restaurants, it's a little harder. That line's a little more rigid than at quick service. So the bottom line is to use the standard dining plan. You go in, you've got your per day, you've got your quick service, your table service, your 2 snacks. You order, you eat, you pay. One thing that you do want to remember is that for table service restaurants, tips are not included. So you have to have cash, have another means of payment for the tip. And you should tip. That it's very important that you tip these people because their livelihood depends on tips. We've talked about that before. We've talked about tipping, how much you should tip. We can probably find that and put the link down in the comments below for you. But anyway, so tips, I like using cash because it's real easy. It's a little harder once you start having a credit card because the server has to go back again and rerun it. So it's a little harder if you're not using cash. That's why I use cash for tips. All right, so that's how the standard, the regular, the Disney dining plan works. We might or might not talk about the deluxe plan somewhere down the road. I'm not a fan of it, but we'll see. All right, none of the music is playing, but that's not good. Okay, well, I don't have any more music, so since you couldn't hear it, that's kind of weird. Okay, so, it's time to do our first giveaway. Our first giveaway is going to be, let's show you what the first giveaway is. This one, this spa, this H2O spa stuff, the bath products, the other one's shower products. This is the bath products. And that winner is Autumn Lynn Baldwin. Autumn, congratulations, you're the winner! just send us a message here in the Facebook page, and we'll get you your prize. All right, so let's turn that back off. Where is that one? Okay, let's turn that back on. Okay, congratulations, Autumn. Here we go. All right. All right. Here's a comment from Frankie. It says, these comments are going by so fast, I'm having to read them another way. Anyway, comment from Frankie. I'm always glad to hear you recommend destinations to travel. We had a great travel professional who helps us out so much. Everyone should be in touch with a travel professional. Frankie, I agree with that wholeheartedly. If you're booking a trip to Disney, whether you go with Destination to Travel, whether you choose somebody else, you should use a good Disney travel agent. I got a message from somebody just last week that didn't book with Destinations to Travel, but booked with another travel agent. And they said, man, it was a terrible experience because as soon as that travel agent got the reservation, that's the last they heard from them. They even had to get in touch with Disney to try to get the reservation get the reservation back because the travel agent wouldn't get in touch with them. Well, the good thing about Destinations to Travel, I know it's a free commercial. You're welcome, Shannon. The good thing about Destinations to Travel is if you can't get a hold of them, you tell me. I can get a hold of them. Shannon and I talk all the time. Stacy, who is Shannon's sister, I have direct pipeline to Stacy too. Stacy helps Shannon with the business. I can get in touch with somebody from Destination to Travel just like that. And so if you have any problems with them, you let me know and we'll get it straightened out. They do take great care. I get messages all the time. They take great care of people. So if you're going on a Disney trip, you need to be booked with Destinations to Travel. Just that simple. All right. You owe me $5, Shannon. Oh, that's all right. All right, here we go. Next, we're going to talk about table service restaurants. So what are Dad's favorite table service restaurants? What are your favorite table service restaurants? Let's just start with that. Put them down in the comments. I'll try to keep up and we'll see what your favorite places to eat at Disney World is. Places you go in, you sit down, the server comes to your table. What are your favorites? Let's talk about mine. I bet you can guess my favorite table service restaurant. My favorite table service restaurant is, drum roll please, since you can't hear the music, I won't play a drum roll. I didn't get one right anyway. So, Ohana, yes, it is Ohana. Dad loves Ohana. If you like Ohana, hit that love button, that little red heart thing, so I can see the hearts going over. I love seeing those little hearts and those little likes floating across the screen. If you like Ohana, Ohana just one of those places that meat cooked over fire on sticks, served in copious proportions. Dad is happy. Dad is happy. That just makes me happy. I think they serve some green stuff there. I don't know. I don't eat it. Yeah, I do. I eat a little bit of it, but I even ate the salad once. But yes, I'm there for the steak and for the pork and for the chicken and for the shrimpies. Whatever they got. Meat on sticks. Just that's what I want. What could be better than that? So Ohana. Oh, and then the bread pudding. When we go to Ohana almost every trip. We haven't been there in a while. It's time to go back. But the first time they changed from, they used to give you pineapple with caramel sauce for dessert. The first time they changed to the bread pudding, we decided we weren't going to do the bread pudding. They were still giving you the choice with the pineapple and the caramel, whatever you want to say. So we decided not to try the bread pudding. We just weren't going to do it. We were traditional. We're going to stick. The server said, okay, that's fine, but I'm going to bring you one. Here Man-child was probably 15, 16 at the time, and we had kind of an eating contest, and my belly was full, and I really just wanted a little pineapple to kind of top off the meal, but they brought out this bread pudding, and so ice cream, big old scoops of ice cream on it, and so, all right, I'll give it a try, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I ate, and I ate. We ended up eating 2 of those that night, when we weren't going to touch it at all. 2 big old bowls of bread pudding and ice cream. Needless to say, we were all really stuffed by the time it was time we left that. But I love that bread pudding and ice cream. I got a taste for it. I wish we'd have gone to Ohana last week, Mrs. Mom. I wish we'd have taken that 4 o'clock Ohana reservation I found. Anyway, all right. So that's my favorite table service restaurant at Walt Disney World. Number 2 is the Hoop-de-Doo review. Hoop-de-doo-doo. I love the Hoop-de-doo. I like the show. I like the food. I mean, it's chicken and ribs and beans and potatoes and all that fatty goodness. Just the stuff you should eat on vacation. And I even like the salad. It was the best salad I'd ever eaten. It's nothing special. I mean, that dressing just was perfect the first time I had it. And the second time was too. But I really liked the Hoop-de-Doo review, the food at the Hoop-de-Doo review. Number 3, Cinderella's Royal Table. Now, Cinderella's Royal Table is kind of a high-end. Hoop-de-Doo is kind of a high-end, but Cinderella's Royal Table is kind of fancy. You know, you're eating there in a castle. You got the princesses coming out. It's just a really nice experience. It may be the best quality meal we've ever had at Disney. I mean, we've eaten at Le Cellier. We've eaten at a lot of different places. Haven't eaten at the California Grill yet. Haven't eaten at Victoria and Albert's. But for quality food, it was probably the best quality meal we've ever had at Disney World. Okay, so now let's go to the other end of the spectrum, from really fancy to SciFi Dining. Now, I don't go to SciFi Dining for the fine dining. I go to SciFi Dining for the fun. You sit in that car, you watch the movies. It's just fun. I grew up going to drive-in theaters. And this is just so kitsy and cute. Yeah, the movies aren't recent. They're black and white. They're just trailers for old B movies and C movies and D movies. Some pretty awful movies, but it's just the atmosphere is so much fun. I just love SciFi Dining, and the shakes and burgers are pretty good. All right, what comes next? Character breakfast. I'm going to use Tusker House because it's the one that we typically go to because we're usually trying to do some kind of dining package at Animal Kingdom, and that's where we like to eat, is breakfast at Tusker House. Disney does buffet breakfast really, really well. The food is usually good. There's some special items at Tusker House, but I really enjoy the character breakfast at Tusker House. Not Winnie the Pooh. You got Donald and Daisy and Mickey and Minnie and Goofy all in their safari gear, and it's just a lot of fun to go to character breakfast at Tusker House. Now, whichever character you want, all the character breakfasts are pretty good. So, whichever character breakfast fits you, that's the one you ought to go to. All right. The next one. We went to this one Tuesday morning. We went to Olivias Cafe. Mrs. Mom loves Olivias Cafe. It is a quiet, off the beaten path. If you're using Disney transportation, it's really hard to get to. It's in the Old Key West Resort. But there's an omelet there that Mrs. Mom just loves. If you want kind of a quiet, we were there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and there were like 4 other tables that were filled at that time. So it's a nice, quiet atmosphere, kind of away from the hustle and bustle that you get at most of the other restaurants. So Olivia's Cafe is the next one on our list. Okay, I'm going to cut this down a little bit and end it with Via Napoli. Via Napoli pizza at Epcot. It is the best pizza at Walt Disney World. We ate there a couple of years ago with some friends from Australia. Just big old family pizza, salad, and the zeppelis, the little donut balls that they serve at the end of the meal. Really good. So, I could go on and on. There's probably 30 or 40 restaurants I could mention, but those are kind of the top ones, the ones that we think about going back to every time we go. Those are my favorite Disney World restaurants. Again, I know a lot of you are putting down your favorites, and if you've got favorites, put them down in the comments. Like I see Lisa, she said finally getting to try Tusker House. Debbie says Cinderella's Royal Table, you got to try it. Debbie says bread pudding is awesome. Yes, it is. Rosencrown. There's another one. Rosencrown for Pat. Al says Chef learned that his wife was allergic to bananas. Hoop-de-doo. A lot of people like the hoop-de-doo. Yeah. Those are some good restaurants. The bottom line is there are a lot of good restaurants at Walt Disney World. We don't all have the same taste buds. We don't all like the same things. Whatever you like, you should try it. Give it a try. All right. Woohoo! Okay, so let's talk some more about Monday night. Monday night, we're going to have this big party. We're going to do here, let me show you, let's see, Dad's Big Disney Cruise, hashtag Disney Cruise trip report. Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific, yeah. But if you've got some time Monday night, stop by and we'll talk Disney Cruise. We had a great time on our Disney cruise. We went to Palo. We had a friend of ours got a cabana on Castaway Cay. We spent some time there. We just had a great experience and love to spend some time talking to you, answering questions, and talking about a Disney cruise because it's really a lot of fun. So Monday night, be there. We'll have prizes. We're just going to sit back. I got pictures, might have a video. Will I show the panda video? I don't know. Anyway, so Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, be here, right here, live on Dad's Facebook page. Invite your friends. It's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Next, I said I wanted to start doing reviews. And so we're going to start with one of the restaurants we ate at on our last trip, a new restaurant for us. It's a new restaurant for Disney too. So it's a new restaurant for us because it's never been there before. It's called Homecomin, Homemin, no G, Homecomin. Chef Art Smith's Homecomin. Now, Mrs. Mom and I are pretty much Food Network junkies. We watch the Food Network. We watch a lot of shows, Chopped, Beat Bobby Flay, The Next Iron Chef. I mean, we just watch all kinds of shows on the Food Network. And one of the chefs that shows up from time to time on the Food Network is Art Smith. And he is really one of Mrs. Mom's favorites. I mean, he's kind of goofy. He's really laid back. He's Southern. He's from Florida. And he's just a cool dude. He's just a nice dude. And his food usually on these shows looks pretty good. So we thought we'd try out Chef Art Smith's Homecomin. The restaurant just opened last year, and it specializes in Southern food, Southern soul food. Fried chicken, shrimp and grits, fried green tomatoes, deviled eggs, moonshine. Really, they serve moonshine. This is a Southern cafe. So it is really down home, really relaxed, really laid back. And it's got, I suppose, it talks about having down home Southern style food, which is right down our alley. That's what we eat. That's what we like. That's why I weigh as much as I do, because I grew up on that stuff. And when I saw fried chicken, you had me. I like fried chicken. So we made an ADR. Our ADR was for 8:30. That was the night. It was the night we were coming in. We were spending the night and then going to the cruise the next morning. So we made an ADR for 8:30. Of course, I knew that was kind of late because I wanted to leave a little leeway in case we were delayed. But anyway, so we arrived right on time. We actually had time to go to the hotel, unpack a little bit, and then we went over to Disney Springs we got there just a little before 8 o'clock. Well, we got down to Homecomin at 8:04. Now, it was cold in Orlando last week. When we got there, it was like 35, 36 degrees. That is cold when you only got a sweatshirt and a jacket on. We were both really cold. So we go up to the check-in desk, and it's outside. And this poor little girl, I think her name was Stephanie. I remember Stephanie's because my daughter's name's Stephanie, my sister's name's Stephanie. Stephanie, that name kind of sticks with me. But anyway, this poor little girl Stephanie is sitting out there, and she's from Florida, and she is freezing. They've got one of those big pole things that's got the heater in it, and she's snuggling up as close as she can to that. When we walked up there, she had one ear up against it, trying to warm herself up. So we talked to Stephanie. She says, okay, let me get your phone number so we can send you a text. It won't be very long, so don't worry about it too much. So she took our phone number. 3 minutes later, we got a text. It was time to go. We really had been just standing right there talking to Stephanie because nobody else was around. There were some people inside, but nobody else was coming up for their ADRs. So we go in, we go to the podium. Now, there are people standing and waiting in the restaurant. But we go to the podium, and the girl at the podium just takes us right to our table. It's 8:07. Our ADR is not till 8:30. We're already being seated early when there are people without ADRs that are waiting, but they were waiting in the heat. So that was good. So we got right in. Server comes over in a couple minutes, asks us what we want to drink. We say iced tea. He said, sweet? No, not sweet. Oh, come on. Surely. No, we're not sweet tea fans. Yes, I know we're Southerners, but we're not sweet tea fans. All right. So we get seated. We got our orders. The tea came. I got to say, the first thing right off the bat, the service wasn't really quick. It was kind of slow. Now, Chef Art Smith's Homecomin is a open kitchen. You can sit in the dining room and look into the kitchen. So we were kind of watching as they were making food. We ordered a shrimp cocktail to start. It's called the Key West Shrimp Cocktail. I ordered the fried chicken, and Mrs. Mom ordered the kitchen plate, which was 3 side items, because she wasn't really all that hungry, and she just wanted side items, and the shrimp cocktail was basically for her. All right, so then we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and we watched things come out of the kitchen. Oh, that's ours. No, it's not. Oh, that's ours. No, it's not. And finally, here came these shrimp cocktails. Now, I love shrimpies. I like little shrimpies. I like to eat shrimpies. They make me happy. On the cruise, man, they had shrimp at the lunch buffet every day. I had lots of little shrimpies. But, okay, so this shrimp cocktail, you think of a shrimp cocktail in a glass with shrimpies sitting around the edge of the glass, ice in the middle, and some cocktail sauce, right? Well, that wasn't quite how this Key West shrimp cocktail was. It was a pile of stuff. It was about, say, that big around, about that tall, 2-3 inches tall, 2-3 inches around, in a circle. And it had shrimp, and it had avocado, and it had slaw, and it had cucumbers, and it was all right there in a pile. So, okay, it was a lot of food. It was a pretty big pile of stuff. It had lots and lots of shrimpies, like 30 or 40. I mean, it was just a whole pile of shrimp. So we started to eat it. I took a bite. Oh, those shrimp are a little spicy. Mrs. Mom kind of likes spicy stuff more than I do. So she liked it. It was a little tart for me. I ate 3 or 4 shrimp, but I was waiting for the chicken. Anyway, so it was a good size appetizer. Really good. $15, I think, is the price on it. But it was a good size table appetizer. Not so much for an individual, but for a table. All right. So, done with the shrimp cocktail. Mrs. Mom kind of kept it because she was going to eat it with her plate, her kitchen tray plate. Anyway, so we ate the cocktail and we waited and we waited and we watched people get their food, and we watched people get their food. And finally, here comes our chicken and Mrs. Mom's kitchen plate. Okay, so I start to dig into the chicken. I love chicken. Pick up a drumstick. I'm going to start with the dark meat and keep the best for last, the white meat. So I jump into the drumstick, eat the drumstick. Oh man, that's so good. The breading was just perfect. It was fried. It was juicy. It was really, really good. Oh, yes, drumstick's good. Let's try the breast. Pick up the breast and start eating the breast. And hey, there's something missing here. The breast was great. I mean, not the breast. I'm sorry. The thigh piece, the little thigh piece. I eat the thigh piece. Still eating the dark meat. Oh, man, this is good. This is good. And finally, I noticed there's no bone. There's no bone in this thigh piece. There was no bone in the thigh piece. It was all meat. Cool. Dad's in heaven. So then I picked up the breast. I picked it up. I'm eating with my hands. Fried chicken. You eat it with your hands. While the dark meat was great, now, you got to know, I am a breast man. Now, don't get that wrong. I'm talking about chicken. I'm a breast man. I love chicken breasts. But this one, it was overbreaded and overcooked. And because it was overbreaded, the place where it was overbreaded, it was soggy. So then that was the first thing I bit into. Oh, that was not good. But anyway, overall, the chicken was really good. The breast was dried out, which was a little bit of a disappointment. Mrs. Mom had macaroni and cucumbers and what was the other thing? Anyway, I should know. I have it written down, but I can't look for it anyway. So she liked it. She liked everything, but it was just a lot of food. All right, so we ate dinner. Next came time for dessert. We love dessert. It was we were going to get a piece of chocolate cake and ice cream. Man, what could be better now? We talked about going over to Sprinkles and getting cupcakes again because those were really good. But it was cold and we didn't want to walk over there. So we got a chocolate cake. It finally came. It's about 9:30 by now. It finally came. And, it looks awesome. Ice cream, chocolate cake, and walnuts. Just really looked good. Only problem was it was made, I don't know, 3 or 4 days earlier. It was dry. The chocolate, it didn't really have a lot of chocolate flavor. It was really disappointing. Really disappointed in the dessert. But the rest of the meal was good. So basically the bottom line is Chef Art Smith's, I liked it. Dark meat chicken was great. White meat, maybe it was just a bad piece. But overall, I give Chef Art Smith's 3 stars on Dad's Disney Dish. 3 stars for Chef Art Smith's. All right, let's give something away. I'm just going to make this go faster. It's gone slower. That's the way I roll. All right. So the winner of our other set of bath products, where is the other set of bath products? Now, this is more shower stuff. Turn this one off. Is Ron Smith. Ron, congratulations. Send us a note, message, and we'll get you your stuff. Congratulations, Ron. All right. So, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so we got to get through these questions. I have only one question today from Ask Dad, and then I'm going to get to your questions. I see we got several of them, and we'll get them all answered here in the next few minutes. If you have a question, put it down in the comments. I promise you, we got 10 more minutes at least. We'll keep going until we get them all done. This question doesn't take long. All right, here, this question, the question of the week. This is from Jim in New York. He says, "Hi, Dad. We will be heading to Disney the last week of April for 10 days, two exclusively for travel. We are staying at the Wilderness Lodge. We'll have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old at the time of travel. Both are non-swimmers. I am undecided on park tickets. I'm thinking either buying a 7-day park hopper or park hopper plus and using the extra day to either sit by the pool or head to the water park. What do you recommend? Thanks in advance." Hey, Jim, thanks for the question. Good question. April is a great time to go to Walt Disney World. The end of April, the weather will be great. The Flower and Garden Festival will be going on. And Dad will be there. That should make it great. Yeah, I'm coming in the last day of April, and we're going to stay for a week. So if you come in the end of April, stay for 10 days, you might run into the old Dadster. Did I really just say that? Anyway, so April's a great time to go to Walt Disney World, especially the end of April. Earlier in April, when you've got before crowds can be kind of hectic over the spring break up through Easter. But the end of April is great. Now, as to pools or the water park, I recommend water parks for the older set. Not that there isn't great things for the little ones. Both water parks have a children's area, younger children's area. But I don't think that's the best idea for your family because it's a 30-minute minimum drive, Disney transportation, minimum trip to get to the water park. Then you get to the water park. If there's a meltdown, if there's a problem, if there's something, if you forget, you have to spend 30 minutes going back to the resort. And that can be a very critical time when there is a meltdown. So I'm not a big fan of the water parks for just a 3- and 4-year-old, especially for the non-swimmers. I say your time would be better spent at the hotel or, go to the pool for a while, take the boat on over to Fort Wilderness Campgrounds, go over and see the horses, go over and walk around a little bit over there. There's a lot of things for kids over there. Just walk around, go up to the train room up in the Wilderness Lodge. Buy another day's worth of tickets. It's the same price. It's $15 to add the plus the water park to your tickets or a day in the parks. Just go ahead and spend another day in the parks. You might not spend a lot of time in there, but spend another day in the parks. I agree with the taking some time out of the parks and not spending going go all the time. Break it up into smaller chunks. If you've got several days, you can break it up into smaller chunks. So if the bottom line is, if your kids were older, or if you had older kids to go along with your younger ones, I'd say go to the water park. But because you've got a 3- and 4-year-old, I don't think that's the best use of your time. I would suggest you stay around the hotel or you spend another day in the parks. All right, so dining dish graphic is still up. It doesn't show here. Okay, no, now it's good. Oh, they already told me that. All right, that's what you get when I get my assistant send me notes on my iPad. So I'm sitting here reading the notes on my iPad, and it just messed up. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so let's see what your questions are. This is where I get your questions. The first one, and Charlotte asked this before we even started, so I hope you're still around, Charlotte. Let me answer your question for you. Disney Caribbean Beach Resort, how often are the transport coaches to the parks? Well, we have an issue with push chair getting on and off the coaches. Child uses it for comfort with disability. Okay, Charlotte, the buses at the resorts run, there's no really set time. It kind of depends on the park, but it's about every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes. In the mornings, it can be every 5 minutes. Kind of depends on how busy the crowds are at the time. At each resort, there is a big screen that has the time for the next bus. Now, those times aren't always accurate. They change a little bit, but you can see when the next bus is coming. As to wheelchairs and electric ECVs, electric conveyance vehicles, special transportation like that, Disney does an outstanding job of handling those. They will load them for you. The driver will load the chair with your son in it, or your child in it, and lock them down. Now, if they can transfer it, they'll load the chair, and your child can sit with you. But all ages, they take really good care of that. Disney's got lifts and everything on all the buses, so it's very easy to use. All right. Deb asks, what resorts did you stay at this time? Deb, when we went the first night, we stayed in the All-Star Movies Resort in the Mighty Ducks Resort. I had to send the man-child a picture of us in the Mighty Ducks Resort because growing up, that was his favorite movie for a little while. And then when we came back, we stayed over at the Beach Club because we were doing the Festival of the Arts. We were doing Epcot for the rest of the time. So we wanted to test the walking into Epcot from the Beach Club. And we had a great time at both resorts. I really like the All-Stars. Didn't think I was going to. I'd kind of had my mind set, that's the All-Stars. I don't want to go there. But it really reminds me of the old Pop Century rooms before they refurbished them. Yeah, they're kind of off the beaten path, but it was kind of cool. Enjoyed the All-Stars. Priscilla asked, if you could choose only one vacation, would you go on a cruise or Walt Disney World? Oh man, Priscilla, that is a tough question. It kind of depends on, sometimes Mrs. Mom and I, we both work very hard on this, and Mrs. Mom works very hard on keeping things going. And sometimes I just need to veg, to get away and relax. If I need to get away and relax, I go on a cruise. We were taking 2 and 3 naps a day on the cruise, some days, because that's what we do when we go on cruises. We like to eat really well on cruises, and we like to relax. And the cruises, just for us, are somewhere where we can go and relax. We don't get that same thing at Walt Disney World, because Walt Disney World for us is go, 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 go. What's the next thing you got to do? So if we're looking to relax, we're going to go on a cruise. If we want to go and have entertainment, we're going to go to Disney World. So that's the bottom line. It kind of depends on what we're looking for. I know that's not an exact answer, but man, those cruises, they're just big and relaxing times for us, and we really start looking forward to them. Julie asks, thinking about trying campfire sing-along at Fort Wilderness with Chip and Dale. Any need-to-know tips? Julie, book as soon as you can. Then books up quick. And if you're trying to get there on the boats, like from the Magic Kingdom, go early. We had a Fort Wilderness. We had the Hoop-de-Doo review. We got to the boat dock in plenty of time, probably 30 minutes before our time, and the boat didn't come until after our time to be there. I don't know what happened to the boat, but the boat didn't come, and we were kind of late to get into the Hoop-de-Doo review. So get to the boat docks early if you're using the boats. If you're using the buses, plan to go early. There's plenty of things to see around Fort Wilderness campgrounds, but go early and book early. That's pretty much the only thing I would say. Laura says, any idea when pass holder discounts will come out for the May dates? Nope. Not a clue. I just became pass holder for the first time, so, but they've only been releasing those a couple months in advance, so I would think if you haven't seen them by mid-March, it's a problem. Sometime between now and mid-March, but no, I can't help you there. I will say that if you book with Destinations to Travel, tell them you're a pass holder, they'll get you the discount. I know Shannon did for me for our beach club room. So you could go ahead and book it now and get that discount applied later. All right. Sonia asks, how are the new rooms at the Pop Century? Is there less space? Sonia, it is exactly the same room. They just refurbished the inside. So there's no carpet anymore. It's hardwood floors. The decor is a little different. They redid the bathrooms a little bit different, so there's not near as much storage space, but everything is, they didn't move any walls. The walls are all still the same size. They just went in and took everything down on the insides and redid it. Just cleaned it up. All right. Natasha asks, when will your crowd calendars for 2019 come out? Natasha, we put those out in April. So next month we're going to start working on them, and they will be ready to go sometime early April, probably I'd say around the first second week of April. That's usually when we put them out, is early in April. That gives us some time to judge the crowds for the next year. All right. Frankie says, some of us are deluxe dining plan fans. I think you should talk about it. Okay, I hear you. I've heard that a couple of times. Even if I don't like it, we love fine food and always order from the top of the menu. Okay, Frankie, I'll think about it. It's one of those that I have some reservations, but I'll probably do it. Steven says, was it Ohana in December? Had a window seat for the fireworks that evening. Yeah, that's a great time. I love being able to sit there in the window at Ohana because that is just the perfect angle for watching the fireworks. We try to make our reservations at a time to watch the fireworks there at Ohana. Oh my goodness, time is flown. We have one more dinner to make reservations for. Not sure which park we're going to. Can you suggest Disney Springs or a hotel place to eat? There are so many great places, Karen. Yes, Disney Springs, there's lots and lots of new restaurants. If it's a quick service restaurant, go to Wolfgang Puck Express, best quick service restaurant on the property. If you've got a table service credit left, and you want to stay out of the parks, there are just so many. Let's see, at table service we'll put an answer down in the comments because I can't think of one right now, but I'll go look and come up with one. Okay. All right. So Valerie asks, have I heard anything about Paradiso 37 in Disney Springs? I thought they were just remodeling it. I thought they were just retooling it, but it's been a while since I've heard, so I don't know exactly. They're doing so much at Disney Springs. Every week you hear of a new place opening, so I try to keep up with it. I'm eating at Paradiso 37. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing with that. And by the way, Valerie, you are the winner of our third giveaway. Let me see, our wireframe. Come on up here. Our cute Disney wireframe. So Disney World wireframe. Put your name and send us a message in the comments, and we'll get that out to you. All right. I know you all have been talking a lot. Thank you for joining us today. It's time to say goodbye. Until next Monday. We don't have to wait till Friday to talk again. We're going to talk on Monday about Dad's hashtag Disney cruise. It was just really a good time, and we'll have a lot of fun Monday night. Got lots of prizes for you, so show up again Monday. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, and we'll talk to you on Monday and again Friday. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching Dad's video. For more simple, fun, magic Walt Disney World information, go to Dad's Guide to WDW.com. You can do that by clicking the I button that's popping up on the screen right now. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more Dad's YouTube videos with Daditude.